Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a really long time since the last time I've posted. But now that the school year started, I'm gonna start trying to make more content. I'm gonna go try for every weekend or 2 weekends. Sometimes I'll post on the weekdays if I have time because the computer I'm using is shared, so I'm not the only one using it. So I'm going to be covering mainly two planes today. And first of all, by the way, the J10 event came out, and as you can see, I'm basically almost done with it. And we have 10 days left, and I'm almost done with it. So that's actually pretty good. And as you can see, I'm actually a little scared to show you guys of some of the. So I had a couple weekly quests that are going away in 2 hours that are hidden that I have to scroll down for you guys to see. And I think I'm a little afraid to show you guys what my stats are, but I'm gonna do it anyway. um, let's just say I may or may not have exceeded the term of overkill, so let's just leave it at that. But the main two planes that I'm gonna be covering today will be the Russian Su-35. I know I've been meaning to do this for so long, and I haven't been able to do it. So no, I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna do it right now. And the second plane I'm gonna be reviewing is the American F-14B. So those are the two planes which I'm gonna be reviewing today. And we'll also do some gameplay tips or whatever. MiG-31 I've went over that many times. Or I've done a video on it, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I want to have a different plane. Let me take out, matter of fact, the Eurofighter. We're taking it out on the stand. So, we're mainly going to be going over the Su-35 and the F-14. If we have a little bit of time, I'll try to squeeze in the Eurofighter. But basically what we're going to be covering, we're going to be covering thrust ratio. We're going to be comparing, well, we're not going to be comparing. I'm going to be covering all the missiles that each plane carries and their performance and tips on using them and if you should use them. But obviously sometimes we're forced, let me reduce the game volume a little bit. Sometimes we're forced to use the missiles because obviously when you buy a plane you don't always get all the missiles. You have to get upgrade points. So what I'm gonna do right now, I want to put on loadout 1. I'm not gonna use this because this is gonna be really dumb. So we have so the R-73, as many of you know, it's not the only plane that carries it. The MiG-29 carries it, the German one too, and the Russian one, the two Russian ones, the MiG-23, the Su-27P, the 27 SM-3, the MiG-31, and obviously the Su-35. This thing, it's an all-aspect missile, so you can shoot it from the front, you can shoot it from the side, you can shoot it from the back. Back is probably the best way to shoot it. This thing, I believe it got its IRCCM removed, but this thing can still pull really good. And also what I've come to notice is that the German MiG-29 has the R-73E, which is the export version. So what I've come to notice about that one is that its gimbal is much smaller than this R-73. So the R-73E has a gimbal comparable to around an R-60M or MK, whatever. But so the R-27ER, it's a semi-active radar homing SRH. It uses, if anybody in the comment section knows what CW and SACLOS is, please let me know. I'd like to know. But they're basically 27ER. It's a mid-range or short to mid-range missile. This missile is pretty dominant in what, tier 7 I think it is, where the Su-27 is. The Su-27 is the only plane that carries this missile, but in that tier, because there's way less Fox 3s and more common dogfights or close range engagements, this missile would be really good for that case. Also, the 27ET, which is a heat seeker missile version of the R-27. I'm not quite sure the range. I guess the range varies about your bandit and what altitude they are at. I'm just gonna put it to custom loadout here. We're gonna I can't carry normal. Okay, so I guess we're gonna take out this loadout, which is a bunch of R-77s and R-73s. So here we go. This guy looks like he shot his missiles off, which is interesting. And by the way, for those who don't know, the Su-35 was recently given back the R-77, which is a missile. So we're carrying 12 77-1s and 2 Archers. So that's 14 missiles right there, which is the most you can carry. But unfortunately, the R-77M, so as you can see, you can carry between the engine tuckets or whatever they're called. You can carry 4 77-1s, but you can only carry 2 77Ms. So one right here and one around here. But you can still carry 77Ms here, but you can't carry them on hardpoints 2 and 11. That's what the changelog said, I believe. We have this bandit way out to the side here. I would say the R-77M is comparable to something of a AIM-120 C5 or C7. We don't have data link locking on it though, so that's a little unfortunate. But I don't know, what is this guy doing? Unfortunately, the R-77-1 is a medium range missile, because again, it's being locked. Let me quickly switch the chaff. Oh, by the way, you can now switch countermeasures if you guys don't know. We got this guy at 21 miles. We're in range. We have missile Fox 3 and Fox 3 on that guy. Let's hit the notch here. And I know I actually have a notch now, so I'm not going to die as much. Put it on the notch line. Okay, I got into notch position a little too late because I shot at the last guy. I think he may have got my pitbull notification, but that's fine. So I'm gonna switch to this loadout now. Now we have, actually let's switch to this loadout. Yep, okay. So now we're implementing the use of the R-37M hypersonic missile. So this thing basically, missile is extremely dangerous. You probably don't want to be fighting a Su-35 with this kind of missile, because even from long range, this thing, it's called a hypersonic missile for a reason. Let's just say that. And you don't want to mess around with this, because it is actually quite dangerous and quite fast. So if you're not paying attention, you will get smoked by it. Also, another feature that Wings of Glory recently added is you can now turn off your radar. So most planes, for example American planes, you can turn it off. But here on some Russian planes, Russian planes, all except for anything lower than a MiG-21, they have a setting which you turn off the radar and you switch to. So I don't know if anybody has ever noticed, but you see this thing right by my canopy? That, oh, got a missile. That right there is the, oh, wait, look at this. We're guiding the, what? we're guiding the 37M with Iris-T. Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, we can use the basically what that thing is. It's called Iris-T. So basically, it's a heat-seeking radar. So basically, we turn off our main board radar, and that removes our emission. So that if someone's looking at the RWR, our nails, which is 35, which is for Su-35, it will go away. So we're basically silent now, except that they probably can lock us. We can still see who's who. Look at this, we're guiding with Iris-T on. That's interesting. And we're, as you can see, we're soft locking them with the. Oh. Yeah, that's a missile. Oh yeah, that's a missile. All right. I'm gonna slow down here. I'm gonna try make the notching work. I've also had a couple times recently when I was playing Su-35 and thrust vectoring kicked in and actually dodged a couple missiles and almost got myself into uncontrollable flat spin. Got a missile incoming. Air brakes out. That's the trick to make to notch. I saw a guy at 15 miles. I'm gonna give him actually. We're gonna give him. Yeah, look at this. We're still in range. 15 miles, Fox 3, hypersonic. My teammate is engaging according to Ma. So Ma is this thing. It detects heat seekers, which is a really nice feature of Ma. This guy, I'm telling you, he's gonna shoot at me right now. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go defensive here. We're gonna reduce altitude rapidly here. I need to get low. I don't want to be up high. Oh, splash. Okay. That missile hit him. Ground's approaching. I'm gonna pull up here. I don't think it's. We've already got a missile pitbull notification, so we're gonna recommit and climb. So obviously you're not gonna have as much range for the Iris-T radar as you're gonna have for the normal radar. So I can't see this guy who I just momentarily put on my radar on. So you see this guy, I see him with my normal radar. I'm producing a mission for this guy to catch on to. But if I turn on Iris-T mode, he doesn't know who I am. That's a friendly Micah. That's not gonna do anything, and I'm out climbing it. And that, I'm not gonna outclimb that. Fox 3 on that guy. We're gonna hit the notch, chaff out. It is a meteor, which I've technically notched before, and I've just done it again. We've got a, oh, I'm gonna put it back onto Iris-T. I'd like to save our last hypersonic, but facing that, oh, okay. We're gonna go to lobby. But the Su-35 is a very nice dogfighter. Also, it's a very nice BVR fighter as well. Let me just see. We're gonna go over the Tomcat, and I think I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna go into lower tier. First of all, we have to 5 kills on a British plane, 20 kills on a British plane, and 50 ground targets. Okay, so we're just gonna. I can do that pretty easily. Obviously, we can take out the A-10, and you guys know how it's gonna go already. Tomcat. So I want to go over its missiles in the ordnance section of the upgrades. So for the infrared missiles, we have the AIM-9H, which is it used to be a rear aspect missile, but now it's apparently all aspect, but limited. We have the 9L and the 9M, which has RCCM, with radar slew, and so does all these infrared missiles. We have the good old AIM-7F, the Sparrow, the 7M, and the 7P. So for these two, as the second you launch it, the enemy RWR gets a pitbull notification. But for this one, it's silent and it doesn't go pitbull for a pretty long time until it's almost impact. So kind of like a Fox 3, but you still do have to hold the lock. As for the activator homing missiles, we have the good old two Phoenixes here. So there, I've never really noticed too much of a difference, except that the thrust of the Mark 60s, 54C Mark 60, is a little more than the Mark 47. But the Mark 47 has much more burn time by like 6.4 seconds. But otherwise they are the same. They have the same exact max G, and they have the same explosive whatever. Then recently we had a new missile added to the Tomcat. I don't know how do you want to say this. ACIMD, ACIMD. I'm calling it ACIMD. It is a active radar homing missile, and I'm gonna join the game. It's an active radar homing missile so it's basically, from what I've looked on Wikipedia. By the way, boys and girls, don't ever trust anything you see on Wikipedia about military aircraft or anything military, because it's on publicly available information. It's not always guaranteed to be true. So this is what is publicly known about the ACIMD or ACIMD. Basically, before the Tomcat was retired, it was to be a successor to the AIM-54 Phoenix. We're teleporting now, finally. It was supposed to be a successor to the AIM-54 Phoenix, and it was also something to be shot at from carriers, because obviously the Tomcat operated on carriers. And it was supposed to hit bombers, which is the same exact thing that Phoenixes were meant to do. But I'm not sure if it ever entered production. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not quite sure. But we're gonna start off, and also it kind of reminds me of the Meteor just by how it looks. It's also powered by a ramjet engine. This guy's in a Pobit. By the way, Pobits have a reduced radar section, kind of making them, I wouldn't say stealth, but low observable. The Tomcat has a very good thrust ratio. I think it has more. Yeah, I think it has more. I'm not sure if it's modeled in game, but in real life has more. Has different engines than the A model, because the A model had engines that would flame out sometimes. This Phoenix, so this goes for the A model Phoenix, and for the C model. They go up to 80,000 feet, Mach 5. So that's why some of them got the nickname Mach 5 boats. If you ever heard, which I'm sure some of you watching may have. We just launched a bunch of Phoenixes at these guys, and this thing carries a lot of chaff. We dispense 2 at a time from 2 different chaff pods. So I think one's around there somewhere and around there. So if we press chaff, it goes. We also have 60 flares too. We fire flares downward from the flare pod. We're gonna switch back to chaff because we're gonna need that for chaffing. There's no point of me staying up here, so I wanna hit the crank and we're gonna go down a little bit. The RWR for terms, it's actually a pretty good RWR. We have our 3 o'clock line and this is what's called the 3-9 line. Those are the both notching lines. Let me get control of the aircraft here. This guy's at 18 miles. We have to notch. We have a missile incoming. We have 2 missiles incoming. Wow. Oh! Okay. Oh, look at this guy. is notching. Tornadoes also have a notoriously huge amount of chaff. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna switch half to Mark 47s, and the rest we're gonna leave to Mark 60s. So as I was saying, the Phoenixes, they're pretty, for their time, they were dangerous missiles, but now, I mean, they still are. Obviously, if you don't take them seriously and defend, we got a missile incoming. I'm not sure if that's teammates, but I'm not gonna take that risk. I'm gonna put the air brakes out. We're gonna notch. I'll put them on a 3-9 line. Again, the 3-9 line is the line for notching for both sides. So this is the 3 line, that's the 9 o'clock line. Okay, missiles defeated. I'm not sure who that was, but we're gonna continue fighting here. So we're gonna launch the Mark 47, Fox 3. I'm not really in range for anything else. So again, the difference between the Mark 60 and 47 is that the 47 has longer burn time, but the Mark 60 has more thrust that it produces. We have this guy. So this Phoenix, it's pitching up at a really steep angle here. Look at this. We're at a 30-degree angle. Look how fast the thing's climbing. 2.3, 45,000 feet already. And oh wow, okay, this thing is rocketing up here. We're gonna shoot We're gonna shoot a Mark 47 at this guy. This guy just came off data link. And we're gonna shoot a Mark 60 at that guy. Oh, and I think he just got killed. Nope, that's my guy. Fox 3. And I'm gonna give that guy another. I'm gonna give that guy another missile, and that guy a missile. Fox 3. We're gonna dump a bunch of chaff here. We're gonna run home because we're out of missiles. I'm dumping chaff here. We got a C5 chasing us. I'm gonna outturn it here. Nope, I'm not gonna outturn it. Alright, so those are the Phoenixes. They're not always guaranteed to hit because a lot of people have learned to notch them. But without further ado, we're gonna take out the Akind or Akind. So as you, if you compare it to the Meteor, this thing notoriously looks very similar to the Meteor, and in reality, oh, he just got killed. In reality, it's actually, oh, I think we got a kill. Yep, Phoenix Mark 60 tracked on an F-16. Which I think that may have been a pulpit. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Again, but if you look at this thing, this notoriously looks like a Meteor and a Sparrow. This also what led up to the AMRAAM. This was one of the, no, I'm not gonna say main, one of the steps of success that caused the Mark 47 tracked as well. Okay, nice. This is one of the leading steps of the AMRAAM because it took a lot of information. I'm not sure if this missile ever entered service. I didn't read much from Wikipedia, but this thing, we're gonna play one more round with it, and we're gonna go grind some more quests. I kind of want to get that J10 because this is the second time it came on, and I don't think it's gonna come on ever again. So it's now or never. You could technically pay to win it. There's a button for buying tokens, but when I got 10 tokens, and because you need to get 10 tokens to buy it, I'm like, no thank you. So we have 10 days left, and we only have to get 5 tokens. So if I get a daily quest, if I claim a daily quest every day, I'm gonna get it. We got this guy locked up 59 miles. Aiken says that it's in range. So we're gonna get a little higher here. I want to increase the probability of kill, the PK. I don't know who this guy is. I wasn't paying attention to my nails. Tomcat. We're gonna get nice and close here. We have an F-16. That's the guy. 62 miles. Fox 3 aimed away, and Fox 3 aimed away. That's a pretty good shot, if you have to ask me. Now, I like the altitude that we are at, and we can gain a lot of speed. So we're gonna offset here. We got another guy, 60 miles. We're gonna give this guy another aimed. Fox 3 aimed away. We're gonna crank here. Something tells me that I probably should reduce altitude because I'm very vulnerable here, and I'm gonna do that actually. So we're gonna put the bandits on the gimbal limit of our radar because we want to get it. We want to reduce separation. I lost luck on that guy. I think he might have died. Aims are 73,000 feet, Mach 2.7. So far, doing pretty well. I'm not sure if they. I think they have a. We're actually fast. We're gonna use our speed here to run the missile out of energy and try to hit the ground here. Mach 2.8. We're gonna try and run it into the ground here. Put some chaff out. We're gonna run it into the ground here, hopefully. We should, yep, I think we defeated that missile. That missile hit the ground behind us. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. AKIMs are starting to track here. That guy I haven't shot at yet. We're gonna, I don't like where we're at because we're pretty slow. We're at 5,000 feet, but I gotta shoot. Oh my. Our missiles hit basically at the same time, but mine was a little late. He just, okay, so Fox 3. We're not at a good position. I shot at 10,000 feet, but I don't really have a choice. We have 2 more AKIMs left, or ACAMDs, whatever you want to call it. We have a missile incoming. I'm gonna run it into the ground. We're gonna try. Nope, this is still on us. We're gonna run it into the ground. Oh no, we're not gonna run it into the ground because it's right there. Okay, we're done. AKIMs, they're pretty decent. I literally just unlocked this missile yesterday, so I don't really have too much experience. This is what I read off Wikipedia, so I don't really have anything to tell you guys about it. But overall, the flanker is, I think it's a plane worthy of buying. It's a really dominant plane, especially having, I think, the most missiles a plane can ever carry. Considering how good it is, I like it. It's a really good, really dominant aircraft for its time. What else we need? We need a British plane. Okay. We can take out the Tornado, but you know what? Matter of fact, let's take it out. And yeah. No. But the flanker, if you want to buy it, I would go ahead. This thing, it's really dominant, especially with the addition of the 77M, which is even better than the R77-1 that improved its dominance. Mainly what I do, I fire off hypersonics first, and then I get a little closer and I shoot off. So usually my payload is 6 R77-1s and 6 hypersonics and 2 archers. I usually don't use the archers. We're gonna defend here. Chaff and flare on. And the good thing about the A-10 is that its engines make very little heat signature, which is good. in our favor, because then we're gonna have a less of a hard time flaring off missiles such as Magics, which are really dangerous missiles. So what's next for the video? We got a F-16 here. Am I coming? We have a lot of bombs on us, so we're gonna reverse here. I'm gonna try not to jettison them. I'm lagging here. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, okay. 15 is gonna help me out here. That guy's running. Yep, he's running. So we're gonna continue on target here. We're gonna try stay unnoticed for as much as we can. Because I'd like to not get spotted. We got a F-14 that's looking right at me. He's not locking me though, so he probably has me into a TWS. But he hasn't tried to Phoenix yet, because if he did, I would hear it, because he probably already went active by now. I want to get into this little valley, or whatever you want to call it here. We have a MiG-29 overhead. Whoa, okay. MiG-29 is not interested, I don't think, but it soon will be. Oh, it is interested. He shot a missile. I was 73, so he's a Russian MiG-29. We're gonna hold out the flare button here. We're gonna bomb this base here. Okay, we have to drink here because we have incoming rounds. Have to look back. Oh, okay. Our teammate killed him a little too late to make a difference, but to make ourselves a little faster, we're gonna remove these rockets and bombs. We're just basically carrying 8,000 pounds of payload here, which makes us a lot lighter than having what, like 12,000 it is, or yeah, 12,000. And all we're carrying is just 2,000 pounders and 4 sidewinders and the gun. The gun you can't really move, but otherwise we are probably the lightest we can be. So we just need to take out 50 ground targets, and then we are good to go. There seems to be no one at B. They're all at A. But needless to say, they can easily fly over here. But we're going to try to go unnoticed and not give them a reason to come over here. And that MiG-29 is back. I may have to... we'll see. No, he's not interested. Okay, he's going away. As you can see, I'm also looking at this map over here. For things. Because this is over 4 mile. This is a 4. Oh, I just saw some pop up. Base is off the nose, half a mile, 1.5 miles. I'm gonna put one there. I'm gonna put one there. And there. I'm gonna put one there. Perfect. That should hit perfectly. Boom. And I think we just took out the whole base. Yep, basically all of it. Flanker's locking us. Yep, okay, so that's one quest completed. I'm gonna flare here. We have a MiG-29 that's locking us and a flanker. And I'm only carrying 9Ls, but otherwise, surprisingly, this... Okay, we're going vertical here. Missile missed us. Okay. Okay. It's fine. We completed one quest, so we don't need to do the 10 anymore. So, thank you for your services. We need to get 5 kills in a round and 20 kills in general. So, let's get into that. Now, I probably should have got the A9M because it probably makes a difference, but The Sky Flash Super Temp. Basically, so it's normal Sky Flash is the British reverse engineered version of the AIM-7M, which is what the Tomcat carries. But the Super Temp, it's comparable to AIM-7AM and AIM-7MH. I think that's how you say it. Is that how you say it? Yeah, the 7MH. We have a notoriously large amount of chaff. I probably should have sacrificed a chaff pod for a missile, because I brought this thing into top tier by the time I know it's stupid. Got a guy 3 miles, Fox 3. We're gonna cut AB here because he shot at me, and we got a 27 R1, and we hit him. Okay, but I think this round is ending soon, so not gonna really much make a difference here. I'm gonna actually sacrifice a chaff pod for 2 9Ls. There we go. So now we're carrying a total of 7 missiles. And we don't carry much ammo. Yeah, the game's ending in 55 seconds. We're leading just by a little bit, so I'd like to earn the credits here. We got this guy 4 miles, 3 miles, Fox 1, Super Temp in the air, lost lock on that guy. I'm gonna turn off the radar because he's flaying a lot, I imagine. I'm gonna use this little circle thing. Fox 2. Splash, okay. Okay, 3 miles. Oh, no. Wrong guy. Okay, 9L didn't hit him, but that's fine. We're just gonna wait for the next round here, and we're gonna try. Okay, so. You know, I'm actually gonna finish these quests later because I don't want it to be too long of a video. But I think what we're gonna do next video, which I'm probably gonna have the J10, I imagine, because this event's ending October 3rd, and it's the 28th. No, it's ending on the 10th. Sorry, and it's the 28th today, so we still have quite some time. But next week, I'm gonna try and make a video reviewing the J10A and the J10C if I get it. But I'm also trying to get this F-16F because first of all it carries, like, this is the Iranian, no, this is like the Middle Eastern F-16, and it carries 180 chaff, which is not even that bad. It has C7, C8s, ASRAMs, which are a little weird, AIM-9Ss, which I've never heard before, and 9X2. But hopefully next video we can cover the J10A and the J10C. So we'll actually claim this. Now we have 31. And we're gonna try to cover the J10C. But I think that's it for today. But thank you guys for watching. I'll try to start posting much more often. I don't want to be gone for like a month or two without saying anything. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next Wings to Glory video.